What's up guys, this is Geeve/Kev69 back at another crappy video. It's been a while, but we're back. We got our nephew here. He's sporting the latest hipsteroo haircut. This wasn't my choice. I don't know which Twitch streamer, Fortnite streamer corrupted him. The youth are lost. We also got Jurassic Park going on over here. So first we gotta open the case. So these ones. Do you want to unscrew that one? Participation. And just some random trivia. Keep screwing until it's loose and then just pull. So the top panel. Look at this. We snapped off all of these just from taking the case. Like these would get stuck. I think it's because these actually can be adjusted. Just bad design. Like they all just snapped off. And we got rid of the filter at the top because it's exhaust. So what's the point of having a filter there? And it gives us better airflow. But it also, like if it's not in the right position, it's like slightly rattling because there's no filter there, which kind of dampens it. So just some random trivia. Then we're going to take off the back panel. Of course we vacuumed the case yesterday, so it's way cleaner than it would be otherwise. It was really starting to get clogged up. We're going to be installing platter dump drive 10 TBs, which is actually like 8 TBs because everything's a scam these days. We were thinking, we have these hot swap bays, but these are not hot or swappable. Like, I don't feel any romance between me and these hot swap bays. Look at these engineering tolerances. So, first you have this kind of crappy like thing here, which you have to, there's a screw here, which you unscrew. Then you push this down, and then you can open this. But see how like, the engineering tolerances are just not, no, it's actually up. Like, this is not hot or swappable. It's just crappy. Premium case, by the way. So yeah, we're going to be mounting there. Somehow we got to fit this. What's all this? Oh, that's the fan controller. I guess that's just going to be pushed out of the way. Every time you do fan cable management, you're like, this is the time I'll do proper fan cable management. And then it all just turns into spaghetti every time. Like you try to think about it, and it just all ends up awful. Because if we put it here, we're not going to have any room. And then the power connectors are going to be in the way. So we have to get rid of this as well. This is obviously compressed. Do you want to do some screwing? This one. So first, doesn't matter. You have to take them both out. Maybe you want to come over here. Or we could push this closer to you. Starting your IT professional in this techno-autocratic world, this is the world you're going to live in. What just fell? The cube. Not the cube. So once that's out, we can pop this out and reveal the absolute disaster that we were trying to hide. Hopefully, I'll just blur this so you can't see it. Here's the fan controller that we destroyed 3 of them, and then we bought a 4th one. I don't even know if you can see this. And we installed the 4th one, but on installation, we like snapped one of these. So this one's lost. Like we can never touch this ever again because it's broke. It's just awful design with these like plastic bits. I don't know. Is it just me? Like we're not trying to like break it. So now we somehow have to fit this on. I guess you can take these off at the back, because that's the, yeah. Does that matter? How are we going to do this? Why is this so large? I guess we just screw it in. Oh, but we don't know which screws. And then we just crush all of this and it's fine, right? And then we cover it up and no one can see it. Well, I guess we'll mount the drive into the caddy first. Scissors. Wow, feel how heavy it is. 10 TBs of circular disc goodness. So now we're gonna, we're gonna look at, so like this, technically, and then it screws through the bottom. And then you crush it in here and it plugs in, hopefully. So first we're just going to check. So we didn't just wait with the screws, because everything will fall. Read the manual. Which ones are the screws for the actual heart swap bay? It doesn't even say. Why does it not even say one? That's the top one. Do you just use the same ones? PSU C. G. What the hell is G? Rubber mount. What's C? PSU mounting. I guess we just use the C ones, because it doesn't tell us. Nice instructions. Oh, here we go. No, that's 2.5. This is all stuff I don't care about. Nice instructions. I guess we'll just use IJ. Heart swappable. And then we got to think about, do we already have power? Do we already have power? Look at the spaghetti. We can just plug it in here. So this will go in here. And this one's already in use. Lovely. So we don't need more power because GLHF getting in there. How does this happen? Like, every time. Like, it just, I don't understand. Like, this is the time we're going to do it properly, and no. And then we have to get to the SATA over here, and of course slot 2 is underneath there. What a nightmare. Just careful, because there's, as per usual, every płaskie powierzchnia is covered with something. It's just a genetic condition we have. We just consume. Why does this all like Can you unplug the one that's not being used? Or is this permanently just break it? There are screws. Because we're not exactly got a lot of room to work with. Random sudden noise. This will be fun to... We should probably pull the... Is this even screwing? We should probably pull the hot swap. Is this even screwing? Yes. Just put that somewhere. Even though we'll have to put this back. Then we can just, because you have two of them, so rather than have to re-screw this in, we'll just use the other one, which will have them both ready. Maximum efficiency. We're really missing... AMD broke the HEVC OBS encoder. So we can't save file space. Oh, we'll just install a drive and we're just doing something stupid and pointless. Every time. Like, why is this not getting better? Like my HEVC had better hot swappable drives, even though we just removed them. So we could put another fan. And why does this have to spin like 450,000 times to unscrew it? Oh my god. Is this even screwing? It lied to me. Uh-oh. Where did the screw go? There it is. No. Well, we lost it. Oh, there it is. So these are... We need like a proper labeling system. Now we can pull this out. Hopefully... Oh, but it's modular! Oh my god, what a waste of time. It's modular. We just wasted... Should I just snip it? Permanent. It's modular. We didn't even check. Oh my god. Now we have to screw this back in. I guess we could just Oh, what a nightmare. Take out the other non-hot or swappable just to screw this thing. Nice waste of time. Oh my god, I'm dying. Where's the screws? I think I'll have to... Well, that was a disaster. Don't do that. How am I supposed to... Can you load it up? I don't think the magnets are strong enough on these. I just have to aim correctly. Do we really want to waste 27 hours. I do the stupid, so you don't have to. That's one of them. An absolute nightmare. Can you load?
It's already loaded.
Oh, he's so quick. So lesson 1, don't do that. Realize that everything is modular and the spaghetti only grows. Oh my god, it's not actually screwed in. Is this even like... Oh, it goes... Oh my god, it goes through. The plastic bit... Can we see this? The plastic bit goes through. Oh my god, it's not over. What an absolute disaster. You're supposed to thread the plastic bit through and then screw it. Screw number 1, can you just take that off? Screw number deux. And we have to thread this through. Oh, what a nightmare. Can you load a screw onto the magnet? Now we have to thread it through the plastic. Like so. And then thread it. I don't care what it takes. One done. Can we load numero deux? Well, that was a pointless side quest. No EXP, no loot, nothing gained. Just waste your life completely. So we don't need that. What's this from? I think it's from there. So what do we do now? Do we just come back another day? Have we already spent ourselves? I think we need to screw this in. So the ones we were going to use are very specific ones, not those ones.
These ones?
No, we're going to use these ones. And there's like 10,000 types. I guess we can put it in view. We're looking for these ones. You can you can take the whole drive and put it closer to you. Remember, it's attached at the bottom. So pick it up and take it over there. Oh! Because if you use the wrong screws, the drive just doesn't work. Also, when you're autistic, it causes you physical pain to not use exactly the thing. How's the screwing? Is it screwing nicely? Wow. Is it the right way? Hopefully. Oh, you're totally excited about building your own computer, aren't you? You can't wait. This is going to be so much fun. Except by the time that happens, you'll be 45 years old because no one would ever dream of letting Kubi have his own computer. What do we think? Are we happy? What's this? So now we have to insert into our neither hot nor swappable tray with such crappy engineering tolerances. Make sure the switch is in the vertical position. There we go. This is a heavy. Oh, did that? Do we just assume that it's plugged in? I guess. Then we flick the crappy switch. Is it up or down? I don't even know. This is open. This is locked. Do we want to put this in? It's so bad. Ow! And all the plastic metal bits are sharp and cause damage, thorns. If only I wasn't a fleshy pink thing, but it's so bad. Oh my God! Then we plonk this down. And it doesn't even line up because it's so bad. You can see that. If it's in the down position, it's too far down and doesn't actually line up. Oh, so hopefully that's plugged in. And it weighs like 5,000 kilos, and it's all attached on one side, so the whole thing is just bending. Genius design here, only the best. Which screws did we want? C. So those are the square ones. So we open this up. We want these chunky. The chunky chunkersons. There's no loose ones. So I guess, there's one over here. How many is it? 4, I think. Because it's going to be bending. We want more chunky chunkersons. Stimulating Polish conversation in the background. High frequency pickup will make you be able to hear it better than I can. So these are all chunky chunkersons. So I think I'll hold it. Do we want to thread the spaghetti first? Just wait, because we're going to... This cable has to go through the demon boil Any AC fans? I suspect no one understands that reference. Can we put this up here? Is this going to fall? Probably. Oh, what a nightmare. Why did we buy this? We want to get through this hole. Around here to perform a sharp corner and bend it. You have to check which way do the SATA cables? It was the L shape installing. It's time 1-1. So we want the L bit on the left corner. Oh, and this is obviously 2. Can you come over here? Should we build some sort of a tower? Can you just hold this to make sure it doesn't move? So now we come around here. This is why you never want to upgrade your computer. Like, just buy everything, populate all the slots so you just can't, even if you wanted to, you can't. But obviously that requires a large budget. It's better to be rich than poor. Life advice. And while we're doing this, I'm sure we'll disturb some connector and it won't plug in correctly. Why is this not going in? I can't see anything, Captain. Hello? Is it in? Something just clipped. Do we pray that it's in? It seems to be in. Do we just pray that it works? And then we're going to close it. So that's the SATA connector. Into the spaghetti you go. This obviously wraps around all the cables. This will touch the CPU backplate, absorbing heat, and then start burning. Do we want this around here, such that these cables are out of the way? Now we have to line these up like so. Wow. Incredible. Is it? Just grab the tip of the screw and pull, because I just want to see if it's lined. Yeah. Give it another shot. Oh. Lovely. I'm going to have to sit down here, so just take a step that way, because I'm dying. I'm an old man. See how it just doesn't line up, because they don't do it precise enough. We have to bend the case. Maybe we should do the bottom ones first. Like it's too squizzy. Screwdriver, can I? Just because this one's kind of crappy. That seemed to work. Whoop. I don't know if this one's going to go because it's kind of bent. Praise the Lord. So obviously, depending on how much effort you put into machining all these things, if it doesn't line up, sometimes you just have to force it. Oh my God, we're dying. So, yeah, that bit clips down, and then you use the big one. Can't really see anything, but then we close that and pray to Odin that we never have to open that ever again. Toit? Is this the right one? I think this is... Is it? It's a bit threaded and pointy. And crappy. They're just bad. Like, this is where you got to budget. You put all the budget into the things that nobody sees, and all the other bits that are important but no one sees. You don't put any effort into it. Now we have this dusty. So we need to plug. Do we want to like use cable ties, or we just let the spaghetti? We just let the spaghetti hang and then we crush it with this. But we need to grab the modular power connector, which we tried to... So this is just 2 into 1. So it doesn't matter. So this then has to plug into that. And then we want to crush all of this so you can't see it. Probably should vacuum, but the vacuum's far away. So that's that. We just plugged in SATA power. And now we're going to crush this. What other one? That one. This is the empty slot. So that's the one with no drive, so it doesn't matter. So we're just going to leave this here. And then we're just going to crush this disgusting spaghetti so that no one can see it. We have to make sure that this is in. Then we clip and make sure all of this is out of the way. So now we need the 2 screws. Do you remember where they ended up? There's one here. Did we lose it? Should we have a look? What kind is that? It's a flat one. Oh, it's under there. My hands are too large. I'll just lift it up. Have a look, you'll see. That's a, yeah. that one. Oh, what a nightmare. Can I just see? How's the titness? Don't have to be too tight. So now we can close it up and never... This will be the last time. What's this just sticking out? Who cares? You won't be able to see it. We need to clean the glass, but we've already spent so much energy. We need a budget for the future. Top panel. Oh, you've already took the rear panel. This is the part where you cover up the mess. So you'll find first, make sure the bottom is. Now you have to lift it up a bit so that these can slot in. But you have to make sure that the bottom clips go in first, and it kind of happens at the same time. There we go. Top panel with all the snapped off bits. Nice design. And we can screw those in. It's a nice looking rig though, like all the pain. It is a nice looking rig, except for all the disease that just inherently gets attracted to nice things. Oh! So we're basically ready. So I guess we'll cut it here, and then we have to prove that what we did worked. And even if it didn't work, we're not going to show us opening it back up, because that would never happen. It would never happen that we make a mistake. So, turning it back on in 5. Finally back, you can see the computer's on. It still works, but I don't know if it's my motherboard. Maybe my motherboard battery's dead, because every time I unplug it, I lose my BIOS, and I use very specific custom aggressive BIOS settings, which are then lost. And because it was a new BIOS update, I didn't update the backup BIOS to the same version just to have a backup. And then that means whenever it crashes and it reverts to the second BIOS is incompatible with some of the new BIOS, because there's ageist updates, and it can't even boot because the memory and fclk settings are so aggressive. So we couldn't even. It's so frustrating. I need to update both BIOSes because the new one seems fine. But so we log in and where's the drive, mates? It doesn't work. We effed up. No, we just go to, what's it called? Storage. Wait. No. What's it under? Admin? No, right click this and click manage. That's the one. I don't know if you can see anything because we're in this scuffed. Storage. Disk management. There it is. We have to initialize the disk. GPT, what does that even mean? I can't remember. And you can see back here. 9 gigs. It's a scam. So now we have our drive, which we then have to create a volume. Scam, not even 10 terabytes. CDE. Do we use E? You know, like back in the day when you had like a CD-ROM drive, that was usually F, right? Because, you know, autism. You can't have drives not the right. Let's just call it E. Format. Let's call it dump. Dump. Quick format. We ain't got time for that. Sure, why not? Finitos. Wow, 9 terabytes. We lose 10%. It's a scam. I want 10% off the price. Obviously our triple RAID, this is for like our apps. Really you should have the OS on like a tiny one and then a raided NVMe for like your high use ads. This was our former dump drive and we filled it up so quickly. So now we need to transfer 700 gigs of, these are HEV, so they're fine. OBS is starting to stack up 1.6 terabytes, so gonna have to transfer all that overnight and it's gonna take ages. But yeah, there you go. Adding a drive in the current year. Easy Katka. So until the next time.